Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, so far this thing mentioned a R. Bowman, scientist that went like really maverick science-wise. And we have data listed as a benefactor for this museum. And let's download this stuff as well. I don't know if I need this. Sure I do. Oh, yeah, we do need this.
Hey, I downloaded the entire science database. I got the scientific credentials and I'm smarter than you now.
I should probably stop doing this voice. But yeah, we needed this. Now, I am big brain. I am science. I don't know what happened there. Let's just like read a couple of things. Let's watch an inertial dampener in action. This experiment is similar in construction to Garben Fizisco's original amusement park ride, now only legal in Hephaestus. Amazing. When you press the button, the mechanical arm flings the iron ball into the air, but it doesn't fly away. Instead, its inertia is all gobbled up by the antipolarity inducing micro-intraneutrino chromati-magnetodissonance producing inertial dampening. That was a mouthful. The iron ball then falls harmlessly back into place. Press a button for a demonstration. Oh. Interesting. So here we need to find some guy who one of the NPCs asked us to find. Oh yeah, this. Hermana. Documents of authenticity. But I don't remember making any sales this week. Ah, no, I'm quite mistaken. There was this landscape I practically gave away to La Contessa Shrivenstein the other day. I didn't include any documentation. How odd. That's standard procedure. How unprofessional of me. Why don't you check with my assistant? He's watching my bags at gate 2 and Center Station. Coming soon, MysTech Mayhem. I don't know what that's supposed to be. We'll be getting here like at some point in time. Honestly, we don't really need to bother with this right now. Tachyon transceiver. Whoever is running this museum should think of filling the walls with antique weapons. They always bring in the crowds. That is true, I suppose. Anti-gravity ring. Which works, apparently. Tachyon decay detector. Check out the science computer in the lobby. There's some pretty nifty information in there, including how to blow up your workplace using twine and a bottle of hand lotion. That would be nice to know, I suppose. Look at you. You got all excited by the hand lotion, didn't you? Or was it the twine?
I think that's a data link for maintenance and diagnostic bots.
Oh, I'm not supposed to. Oh, where's the exit? Forgot. Not supposed to touch this data port yet. Are you the assistant? No? Are you the assistant? You seem familiar. Were you at the conference in Nasagan last month? Never mind how preoccupied I look, I'm always happy to chat with a fellow colleague. If I seem a bit distracted, that's only because my thoughts are buried in my latest project. It's very exciting. The last 15 years I've been conducting studies in temporal anomalies. It's just about all I can think about. I'd love to take the next brain train to A-Sunder and get back to work, but my scientific association grant is dwindling. And without more funds, my research will go unfinished. You know how it is. Even the noble pursuits of science are subject to the whims of bankers and investors. Well, you better get going and think the brain train departs shortly. Did he mention... Did he mention where that was? Is that the... Amazing. And I totally forgot where the guy was. Did I like talk to everyone or something? Let's talk to Hermano again. I don't even think it's his real name. But whatever. Gate 2. Okay. Is that his assistant? What Friday?
Certificate of authenticity? The Shrivenstein sale? Just a moment, sir. I shall check my master's baggage. This isn't it. This isn't it either. Neither is this. Open up this one. Here it is. Oh wait, that's not it. How about this one? Nope, that's not it either. Must be here somewhere. Is this it? No. How about this one? Yeah, here it is. Oh wait, that's not it. Okay, yeah, no, this is it. Here you go. Sorry about that.
Wrinkled dry cleaning bill.
I'm sorry, did they give you an old dry cleaning bill? I thought it was the certificate. Just a moment. Here it is. It was stuck to the back of the dry cleaning bill. Sorry about that. Sucker. Fucker. It's a compliment.
Isn't that how it always is? But I did. Was I supposed to actually give him the... Let's restore a little. Let's back up really a lot. And do things all over again. But very quickly. Yeah. Check on the assistant. Get this real quick. And on my way back. Let's download stuff again. Because we need the credentials. Unbelievable botany. Mathematic cogitation, alien archaeology, staggering statistics. Computational conundrums, scientific credential specs, organized chaos theory, chemistry coups. Geology more than neat rocks, okay. Yeah, pal, you are smarter than me now. Then let's... Okay, let's get the cleaning bill. And pretend we're stupid, even though we are big brain. I is scientistic. But wait. Am I not doing something right? But why doesn't he? Oh, wait a second. Okay, let's get back to Anachronox. I was stupid. I was actually... That was embarrassing. Okay, I did download stuff. So Yeah, the certificate wasn't for the for the scientist. They shouldn't have gone back on the game. It shouldn't have gone like. That's embarrassing. I am such a big brain. This is exactly what I was looking for. Good work. And I've got 50 bucks. So again, we are now scientistic. We have scientistic outfits. We have the tickets. We have the credentials that we need to get past this gate. Thank you and enjoy your flight. Thank you, good sir.
Extrapolate, if you will, Schönhausen's theory of caustics by reflection.
Oh, that's easy. The catacaustic envelope of a moving line can be determined by... Uh-oh.
I'm sure I'll get through, but I think you're stuck.
Maybe they'll ask me an easy one.
Characterize gravity theories in relation to universally coupled scalar fields in the context of Dirac's large number hypotheses.
Oh well, I didn't really want to go to A-Sunder anyway.
Don't worry, Mr. Boots. Let him ask his questions. I'll take care of everything, you'll see.
You've been to A-Sunder. You know the drill. Credentials can be faked. Knowledge can't. Can't do his accent. Explain the Dietz molecular viscosity process of fluoroaquifer systems in the Tintac system. That's easy. I wrote an article on the process for the Scientific Journal, if my memory serves. Let's just get this over it. The key to the process is the polypropylene baffles in the carbon steel spiral mixers. Pressure drop blending reserves abrasion-resistant fluorocarbons in the polymer dilution. Inorganic polymers synthesize thermal polyphosphazine derivatives through stream hydrodynamics. Finally, anaerobic streamflow occurs with extracellular mucopolysaccharide synthesis. Very succinct. I'd like to read the article someday. Have a nice flight, Doctor. illustrate Bezimer's phylogenetic protocols and biomechanical post-fixation processing.
Excuse me, do you speak Awogan by any chance?
That was an awful impression. I'm afraid Awogan is not one of the 23 languages I know. Why?
Well, my master is an Awogan from the Asingen system.
He speaks an obscure provincial dialect. Luckily for you, I can serve as his translator today. Very well, as long as your translation skills are adequate. Illustrate Bezimer's phylogenetic protocols and biomechanical post-fixation process. Sibidabu kanopi dodado groovy dooby momati chibidabu.
Initially, Pickrick superconductors buffer the cellular.
I can't. They did a nice one. Just like, okay, initially Pickrick superconductors buffer the cellular dehydrates, precipitating fixative hybridization. Give us time. He is a priest. I see you. It is warm in the body. Just imagine I did it like in reverse.
Meanwhile, metacrylate embedding results in guanidium
My English is killed. Meanwhile, metacrylate embedding results in guanidium denaturans. Ubi ubi wala nubi habanaba.
Cellulose chromatography enables transmigration of paraformaldehyde wiring and Gowen's fixative.
Hey yo, pleh.
In conclusion, supernatant conductors process post-fixation perfusion fixed tissues.
They know their signs in Awuga. You may proceed. That was a little bit embarrassing, if anything. I know what I did wrong. I am so stupid. And we are on the brain tree, but first, technical difficulties. Again. And my mic was off. Again. God, that is so embarrassing. Maybe I should stop streaming in Anachronox. Everything that went wrong, like that could go wrong, everything went wrong. Let's go back to Anachronox and to the brain train. There have been reports of huge biomechanical vultures feeding off space debris in this sector. If we're lucky, we'll see one. Keep an eye open. You want some peanuts? You want some peanuts? I'll get it for you. Wait, don't say anything. I'm not feeling too well. Sender spike travel makes me sick. Stop it, you're gonna make me throw up. Stop it. Look at me, reduced to a gibbering jackass over a bag of peanuts. My kingdom for a bag of peanuts. I like staying in the ship. Yeah, don't we all? Dr. Shooten has been acting rather odd lately, hasn't he? Where did Dr. Shooten go? Entrance or exit, take your pick. I like that. Crazy. Betty nods brain augmentation service. You like everyone else. Drink Madridej Cola. Visit J Momco, over 1 billion served. Oh god, they have more ads there. Dr. Einbert Alstein. Must think harder. Must think harder. Stop it. I hope you like talking to people. It's funny, you've got one of those faces. You make me want to talk to you. But you get a lot of that. Strangers telling you secrets they wouldn't tell their own therapists. You think I look like a movie star? Maybe. That's the exit. We're in space. Okay. I need to find someone here. Is that the guy? I hoped you would come over here. I noticed you wearing a Cardicom Linguinator. I've been working on a side project that might just interest you. You see, most consumer linguinators on the market today are incredibly clumsy, especially that Cordicom knockoff you're wearing. The translations are ungrammatical and unknown slang even causes certain modals to crash. Most importantly, if you come across languages that aren't already pre-programmed into the conversion module, you're sick out of luck. Now just imagine the Rosetta Stone of linguinators. One that translates alien languages that are not in the Linguinator translation table. Here's how it works. First, the unknown languages run through a series of very complicated algorithms, which check for recurring phonetic patterns and cross-reference them against the Burzak-Fellini lingua-cipher. Then the actuator spits out an on-the-fly translation. Simple in theory, yet it took 15 painstaking years of development. Here, plug this adapter into your Linguinator. Do me a favor and report any bugs you might encounter. And I have got a linguinator adapter which just changes certain, like, dialogues. He's into dirt, I'm into water. I've spent the last 2 years in the ocean depths of Tentac X, or Tentac 10, where we're still discovering sentient creatures. Parts of the ocean on Tentac 10 are so deep it takes 6 months to depressurize from an expedition. What I've been doing this year, depressurizing. Still can't hear anything out of my left ear. We're on final approach to Colossum Starport, where they're enjoying partly cloudy skies and a high of 82 degrees. We hope you enjoy your stay on Sunder, and we thank you for flying on the brain train. I thought I was bad. Flying the brain train. And here we are on Thunder, and it's very silent for some reason. Alright fellas, I did a CinderNet search for Dr. Rho Bowman and found out some stuff. Boots, remember when I went on that self-help kick after reading a book called MysTech Awakes just a few months before I died? Well, the person we're looking for wrote it. I can't find a listing in the Colossum Scientist directory. The only reference I could find was in a 6-month-old ship-in log, which shows laboratory equipment for an R. Bowman, shipped to a building called the Rainbow Sanctuary. All searches for Rainbow Sanctuary come up blank. I'm afraid you're on your own, boys. Now let's find the Rainbow Sanctuary. And explore the hell out of the starport. Let's go to the very back first. Hey you, try and grab me, come on, I dare ya. Be a sport, just try. See? You can't touch me. Nothing can. I'm generating an impenetrable force field. It can't be detected by most high-end optical thermal scanners out on the market today. I built the prototype myself. Only problem is the fool doesn't know how to shut it off. A minor matter. Some of the variables are giving me a little trouble, but I've just about worked out the calculations. Didn't take too long to figure out. You better put that ridiculous contraption away before you're banished with the rest of the heretics.
Killjoy. Why do they always have to spoil my fun? Oh dear, I get to visit the restroom.
I'm not taking responsibility for any of this.
Now let's go back down.
And do some stuff. I suppose.
My life's been pretty good so far. Feel pretty lucky and smart. Got a scholarship to study on Sunder. I mean, what an opportunity.
No one's come to pick me up. Was expecting to see someone holding a sign with my name on it. Maybe I should call someone, but maybe I should stay here. Oh well. There's a lot of people we can talk to and like learn stuff. Let's talk to a couple of them. What's nice about the Colossum Starport is not having to deal with Rebulans handing out leaflets about class. Of course, no one dumb enough to believe in class would even be on Sunder.
You're gonna be in an awful lot of trouble if the Scientific Association gets wind of what you're up to, Dr. Engel.
They're too wrapped up in soliciting funds for their precious grants to take notice of my extracurricular activities. I can assure you that no one will be the wiser as long as...
Do you mind? This is a private conversation.
Okay. Talk to these guys as well, maybe they're funny.
All I know is I know nothing.
How very Socratic of you.
I've been Professor McGuire. I've been fascinated by arachnids ever since I got bitten by a spider when I was a freshman at the International Institute of Technology.
Did you know that the normal person swallows an average of 8 spiders during the course of their life while they sleep? I didn't mean to gross you out. Up and away.
I will return within 2 cycles, my son. Focus on your work while I'm absent. Father, I am experiencing feelings of sorrow. Pay them no heed, son.
My son.
They will only interfere with your work. Father, what if the experiment fails because you are not here?
The experiment will not fail because I am not here, my son. The experiment will fail if you make a careless mistake.
Father, who is my mother? Now is not the appropriate time for this conversation, my son. The Dr. Yusp. She has always treated me differently, Father.
Calm yourself, my son.
Father, is it true you stole and took credit for a colleague's work at university?
Let us discuss this upon my return, my son.
You're not my father.
My son. Sorry.
My father is truly dead.
I am so sorry, guys. Let's save.
Salutations. This is perhaps the last drink I will ever serve. What alcoholic beverage may I serve?
Down the hatch. It was nothing. You don't need to talk to many of those people. Someone on this floor, I suppose.
Please seat yourself. Service will come momentarily. Actually doesn't look too bad for like 2001. When I was a child, I thought the reason you couldn't breathe in space was because of bad air. Can you believe that? Not no air, but bad air. I was such a stupid little kid. Thinking back on how stupid I was, I can't believe I managed to survive into adulthood. You always gotta chase down what you want. Chewing gum on the edge where you need to be. Man, I can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe it. I was scheduled to document a rare conjunction of moons around Barnard 3. It only occurs every 137 years. Since the Barneys don't keep very accurate astronomical records, it was up to me to record the rare event. If only my flight hadn't been moved 2 hours. Now I might miss the conjunction. Man, I can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe it. I feel for you. I absolutely do. Darling, I think you know what it is that I want to ask you, and I will as soon as this guy stops breathing down my neck. Can't you see you're interrupting a beautiful moment? Seriously, if this guy would please leave, I could continue with this romantic moment. I guess I'll have to ask you later, jerk. No, not you. You're a rude young man. Hey, Lynch. No, it's fine. If you're okay with it, I will answer in English, though. Although you can ask me to switch to Russian if, like, I'm too hard to understand. Doing fine, I suppose. Well, not really, but this is like... This is not for the stream, okay? If you don't mind. What about you? How are you doing? You mean to tell me they don't serve mojitos here? They call this a civilized joint? Ah, yes. It's fine. The stream is not for lots of stuff, I suppose. The Rainbow Sanctuary? That's where all the heretics are sequestered, isn't it? Yeah, you've got to get past that security checkpoint over there to find it. Let's do just that and don't get past it, because why would I? Halt. Do you have Class C security clearance? Class C security clearance. Beyond this gate is the Rainbow Sanctuary. It's restricted. Heretics only. Can you lower the lasers for me? I'm new here and I want to explore. I'm afraid I couldn't lower the lasers even if I wanted to. The disabling frequencies are known by only 3 guards and each one only knows 1 frequency each. What if I cleverly distract you and lower them while you're not looking? I guess in theory it would be possible to interrupt the flow of the lasers without a clearance keycard. Interrupt them how? Well, there are 3 types of lasers running in high modulation behind me. If someone found the control panel for each one and managed to get the disabling frequencies from the 3 guards, then they could switch the lasers to low modulation.
Thanks, pal. And that would lower the gate? Well, once the lasers are switched to low modulation, you still have to block the flow with something. Block them with what? Well, I suppose you could block the lasers with anything thin enough to fit in the laser unit card slot. Card slot? In the control panel. Control panel? Is that Metal Gear all of a sudden? I haven't been listening to anything I've been telling you. Like I said, if someone found the control panels for each type of laser and found out the secret frequency for them, they could switch the lasers to low modulation and block them with something thin enough to fit in the laser unit card slot. Thanks, Major Tom. Boy, that was odd. I just bumped into the strangest looking guy as I was leaving the bathroom. Couldn't have been a scientist. He was wearing red and black body armor. His face was evil. He didn't say anything. He just stared at me, then strode off. I got chills. Well, I'm getting chills now. Look at my arm. The more moments that pass, the more it seems like I imagined him. That was truly bizarre. Should I report this to someone? Everyone hails Sunder as a utopia of an advanced thought, but it's just as prone to prejudice as any place. Sunder is divided into different fields of research, almost like an academic case system. The Scientific Association perpetuates the system by bestowing bigger grants to astrophysicists and offering them cheaper housing rates over less prestigious fields like, say, botany. Remember when they discovered the cure to the Bruxelles virus? The key to the vaccine was discovered on a lonely stretch of scrubland on Tarlean 2 by a botanist classifying plants, not some astrophysicist with her head in the clouds. No, I don't really follow the news, to be honest. But yeah, I would imagine it's gonna be like super expensive. Like all things considered, especially how the politics go. Don't they, like, weren't they supposed to have like a model without a CD drive, whatever, disk drive, whatever like format of like discs they would use? And if your ideas run contrary to popular beliefs, you're branded a heretic and stripped of all prestige. It's awful how they raked Rho Bowman over the coals. I didn't even think her ideas were really all that radical. Mark my words, I'm going to put this place through some changes. I didn't even get to buy a PS4. Oh shit. That's a lot. Kinda not surprising, honestly, but that's a lot. I hope it will be making me sandwiches if I buy one. I like how this vibrates my butt. Give it a try, it feels great. Sorry, I can't really, but I suppose it's nice. I'm nervous. Can you tell? I design advanced and propulsion engines. I know spaceflight is safe, but look, my hands are shaking. I need to relax. Someone told me I should try making fists with my toes. We'll see. I suppose. They might. But like honestly, they did the same thing with the PS3 as far as I remember. And they had to like lower the prices to recoup the losses and stuff. Or maybe it was the PS4, I don't remember. Maybe they're doing it for like every generation of consoles. So who knows? It's not gonna be major, like, sure, but who knows? I'm assuming my luggage is going to come out of here at some point. Everyone else got their luggage, or is mine? It's probably Antarctica. Sorry, my dude. Good talk to you guys. Whatever. Okay, I'll talk to you anyway. Don't look now, but I think the young lady sitting over there keeps looking over at me. Okay, look now. Wait, don't. She's looking, okay? Now. Did you see her? She looks nervous. Probably got her all flustered, poor thing. She's adorable, isn't she? She keeps squirming her toes. I bet she's afraid I'm gonna walk over there and talk to her. She's probably very shy. You think I should go talk to her? Yeah, go and... Deep breaths. Okay, here goes. Something went terribly wrong. That was probably Sony, and that was their potential for profit. How weird. Some guy just asked me the time. When I told him I didn't know, he said, "You're all the same," and ran off. Ran off, and I... Is that you? Get away from me, okay. Sorry. So now 3 guards. I need to find 3 guards and find their frequency. And something to block the laser flow with. Breathe. Breathe. I'm taking anger management courses. I'm supposed to tense my muscles and breathe in. Breathe. The anger is draining out of me. The anger is draining out of me. I'm gonna leave the anger behind me. I'm gonna step out of my... It took my money! Shh. I'm okay. Really. I'm very centered. If I get that paper for you, will you give me the laser frequency? Get yourself a deal. It's not like you can do anything bad with it, right? It's worthless without the other frequencies. It's worthless! Besides, if you did anything bad with it, I'd spill your brains across the starport. Well, let's talk to the poor guy. Wait, do I see like bad tiles in here? Or is it just me? Okay, that's the funny part. This binary actually is translatable. And I did translate it at some point in time. I was waiting for that moment. What it actually says. Get ready. That's stupid, but whatever. It says, "Hello, PAL 18. Tell that colossal asshole to stop hitting me. Here's a paper." So, yeah. Apparently, the newspaper bought here is very, touchy. Hey, you got me a paper out of the Ventabot without even touching it. How did you do that? Thanks, little robot man, that's swell. Now I can line the bottom of my bipedry cage with fresh paper. Laser frequency is 691 terahertz. That was fulfilling, I suppose. Now let's go back up. I think there is one guard over here somewhere. Yeah, is this guy in trouble now? Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? Can you tell me the frequency for the security laser? I have had a grueling day and I don't have time to talk to morons. Take a hike. Let's talk him to death now then. I'm not going to do the Grumpos voice for his dialogues. Well, I know most of you Pax monkeys are a bit slow in the uptake. I mean, you can't have too much dangling between the noodle if you get your kicks swinging and the knuckle duster over the skull of every Tom, Dick, and Hendrik who gives you lip, so let me explain it to you clear, nice, easy, and slow. It may look old to you, but under this glorious mane is a juvenescent soul. I think like a young man. I drink like a young man. I bitch woo like a young man. But my weakness is my memory. The years wear on like a paper dress. Before you know it, your memory is in tatters at the foot of the bed. Not to mention your ability to compose a metaphor or simile or whatever the hell it was I just said. Whatever the case, I forget things. I used to be a whistle punk back in the day. You know what that is? It was in the Cortican timber fields back when there was still a lumber industry to be had. Years ago, real hardwood was all the rage with all the housefrows, dressers, cellarets, little Brebulin-style Davenports. The trend was burnished wood, and the Cortica had tons of it. Again, this was back in the day, so I found myself in the timber fields as Whistlepunk. Now you gotta understand the type of ramshackle operation the Corticans were running. Some things never changed, and all they were after was to make a quick dime. Safety was a joke, and equipment consisted of leather gloves and a 5-year-old strider saw. Now when those Cortican furs fall, they come sliding down the hill like Led Zeppelin. They take 600 years to mature, and the big ones take 3 weeks to saw through. And although we weren't dealing with the Mondo furs, even the crumb snatchers are whoopers. That's why there's a whistle punk at the top of the slope to warn the lumberjacks down below that trouble's a-coming. Anyway, it was during my timber years that hernia developed. You know what that is, son? You get a rupture near your gooseneck and your intestines decide they want some air. Mine got strangulated. They made me wear an itchy truss for longer than I care to tell. I'd try working my magic with the ladies, but the moment they saw support pad under my trousers, they ran for the hills. What was even worse was... Enough, the frequency is 507 terahertz, don't even say another word to me again. And good luck with the hernia. Yeah, talking his... like running his mouth yet again. Unlike me. They can do that to save my life. Well, that's fine. And now we need the third frequency and something preferably thin enough. So I told her to hand me a canister beside the Trozowski meter. The goggles work better when the subject is exposed to certain types of radiation. What color were her panties? Did the goggles work? That's the thing, my voluminous friend. She wasn't wearing any whatsoever. I nearly spilled my beaker. Hey, can't you see we're conversating here, you schlep? Excuse me, but what's the frequency? Frequency? The security lasers? Listen, buddy, I got a morning ritual. I drink a Bellini, conversate with the locals, and munch a croissant before I open my briefcase and read my daily briefing. So get your face out of my routine before I club your brain pan. Now tell me, are they as nice as I imagine? I think she's starting to suspect. There's only so many times I can ask her to work near the Dorzevsky emitter. You gotta hook me up with a pair of them goggles. Maybe you can modify my helmet gear? Well, perhaps if you can get me those crystal samples you confiscated from Dr. Mom, we can work something out, no? Hey, can't you take a hint? Get the hell out of here. You're gonna make a bundle with those goggles. If privacy laws permit. Hey, beat it before I beat you. Okay. Just let me walk slowly to your briefcase and open it up, I hope. Okay, that's some interesting info which we don't need. Only the laser frequency. I believe that gentleman is tampering with your briefcase. Hey, keep your mitts off my stuff. Okay, I'll stay away from you as far as possible. Welcome to Starport Lounge. Would you care for some complimentary playing cards? Sure, why not? Here you go. Please seat yourself. Service will come momentarily. And now we have playing cards, which we are not going to play. But maybe we could at some point, probably. But the cards are still thin enough. So, okay. The thing here is, I think they're timed. So I'll need to be quick. No. Let's check what the... Okay, whatever. $493 for blue laser. I didn't notice that before. You can actually see which tiles are faulty and which are not. And the scientists can't, like... They're doing the magic. So yeah, basically just... Yeah. Thanks, Professor. Should I just, like, hack them all first and then tamper with them? Probably. Yes, okay. I know that. That's what we've been told. Yes, thanks. Okay, the green laser is 691. Oh. 691. And block the flow. Well, maybe they're not timed, but just for the sake of 507. And block the flow. And gain a level. Which one was that? 493. 493. Block the flow. And gain a level. And now we can go to the Rainbow Sanctuary. I'm sorry, Doctor. If you love somebody, set them free. So go. You won't see me cry. Oh well. We're having someone having fun over here. Happy accidents are often the mother of invention. Case in point, I was toying with the gravimetric flux of inanimate objects when I inadvertently found a way to reverse the polarity of my boost. I've got myself some dainty anti-gravity food gear. Pretty neat, huh? I bet you wish you had a pair. Oh, gotta go, and it's up, popping away. Shazam. We don't have mistakes, we have happy accidents. I like to take my lunch break out here, but some heretic from the Rainbow Sanctuary invariably wanders over here and spoils my peace. I guess all those shuttles taken off spoil the peace too. Can you get out of my sun? Gee, lady. Pretty nice. Welcome to the Rainbow Sanctuary, home of the wretched and the depraved, home of the heretics. Rho Bowman is probably the most popular of us. She made quite a number of magazine covers with her controversial best-selling book. It was the best that science had to offer, and they paid her back with public humiliation. In a purely politically motivated move, the Scientific Association found her theories unsound and branded her a heretic. Interesting term to use in this day and age, isn't it? Bowman was said to have committed heresy against science itself. Her findings were a slap in the face of the establishment. But if her theories were so extreme, why was she allowed to remain a member of the Scientific Association? Why not get rid of her entirely if she presented such an affront to knowledge? I'll tell you why. It's because those in power are smart enough to know that heretics are often the revolutionary thinkers who change the galaxy. Rho Bowman and the rest of us heretics are kept around in case our theories turn out to be true. We use the Scientific Association for funding, and they use us for our potential knowledge. Ain't politics wonderful? Oh yes, they are. So enter at your own risk, Doctor. You might catch heretical thoughts. Let's check this here really quick. True view torque. It should be useful. Thanks, Lynch. Thanks for being here. Even if it's like just halfway here. That's good already. I appreciate it. So let's go back. That's annoying. Can I go back? Do I even need to go back? Yeah, whatever. That's an awful sound, I'm sorry. Should I just mute the game for a bit? Because that's wearing on my patience. No, I never saw you. Hey, Roman. What should I do about this sound? Oh, come on, again. Nice to see you here. Welcome to the Rainbow Sanctuary. Is there anything I can do for you? Sorry for the sound. We'd like to see Dr. Rho Bowman, please. Congratulations, you're her first visitors in the 6 months she's been here. Let me just get her on the line. Half a moment. Teddy Ark. Well, that'd be nice. Dr. Bowman? Dr. Bowman, are you there? Hello, Doctor? She must have disconnected the line. She can be difficult sometimes. Let me walk you to her office. Yes, please. Everything just to... And if I say save and reload, is that gonna destroy the sound? Yeah, that's good. That was awful. I'm afraid the B-bot will have to wait here. Security reasons. Well, you better stay here while we see the doctor. I'd hate for you to touch something and accidentally short yourself. Whatever. Ready? And I actually have to remember this Simon Says thing. Was it like red, green, green? I have it like written down somewhere. Security's pretty ridiculous, I know. Red, green, blue, yellow. Yeah, that's it. So far, so good. So far, I have everything. But first, the Scientific Association adds insult to injury by forcing heretics to relocate here to the Rainbow Sanctuary. How are we supposed to get any work done this close to the starport? She's penguining. Do you mean her, like, walk cycle? Well, yeah, this is an old game. Gemini. Glory. I never thought my gracious and munificent benefactor would ever smuggle in a contract. Just in time. Prototype is ready and operational. All I require is final payment. It's in an unlabeled Cortican bank account. Access codes arrive via SenderNet shortly. Very well. Be very careful not to break the seal before placing it in a sterilized environment. The results might be most unfortunate. And I have got the package for the side quest that was so long ago that no one remembers about it, even me. I excavated this 3 million-year-old Brabulan skeleton from a dry riverbed last month. Unfortunately, it's still missing important pieces. My theories concerning the evolution of the Brabulan species are controversial, refuting some of their most cherished beliefs about the origin of their people. In a political move typical of the Scientific Association, I was downgraded to heretic status to placate the large how do I say this word? Contingent of Brebulans and Sunder. Whatever he said. Yeah, sorry. Evolution is a myth. God is real, all hail Jeebus. Or Class, or whatever. The only way to lose your heretic status is to hope your political enemies who put you on the list are either out of power or dead. I have no such luck. I am sorry. Can't go in here. Can I go in any of the... no. Read the dialogue for me. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I could do with like an extra person to like read it all, I suppose. I do very bad like female voices, so yeah. That sound like Pee Wee Herman on crack. Are you ready to continue to Dr. Bowman's laboratory? Yes. let's walk this way. Yeah, she is penguining. You're right. I never actually paid much attention to that. Still with me? Good. Green, yellow, green, yellow. Yeah, written down. Red, blue, yellow, green, written down. Yeah, that's good. It's nice that the codes don't change, like from game to game. Or maybe not. I have no idea. Just this way. Okay, this way then.
Bad timing, fellas. I'm in the middle of something. In exactly 57 seconds, the particles in this mass super accelerator reach maximum velocity. Working with this high harmonic pulse generator and metaplasmic interferometer to reproduce specific spatial conditions which, if I'm correct, will unlock and activate this test sample of MysTech. So whatever you want is gonna have to wait.
Are those Witherspoon time signature drives?
You know they are, Mr. Matavastros. Yeah, I know you. I practically lived in your museum 2 summers ago. So, who's the meat puppet?
He's my tough guy. Ignore him. Tell me, did you calibrate against Gassican frame references? Won't Brownian delineations muddle your Tardion count?
Yes, if I was testing for Tardions.
But if you're not testing for Tardions, then that would mean...
Stand by. Well, that sucks.
They're running through my batteries.
You're saying MysTech is from a future universe?
Well, I can't prove it yet, but yes. And that's not all. Remember the Rudolph anomaly just a few months back? Look at these tachyon readings I took off the MysTech at the time.
What are you saying now? That MysTech responds to spatial disturbances?
Yes. And the bigger the disturbance, the stronger the glow. Smaller ruptures in the fabric of the universe wouldn't register to the naked eye. The glow would be too faint. But get a strong anomaly nearby, and we'd be seeing fireworks.
Doctor?
I don't know. Seems a bit much to swallow.
Doctor?
I figured you'd say that.
Doctor!
Oh, hell.
Oh, no!
Oh, what?
We gotta get out of here.
Out of the lab?
Out of the system. We don't have much time. Move!
Readings show that a huge anomaly hovering over the planet reached critical mass in about 8 minutes. I could use my private shuttle to get off the planet, but I lost a dock and bay keycard weeks ago. Help me find it. I know it's somewhere in the lab. So first of all, let's save really quick. Come on. Are you going to be doing this to me now, game? Don't say I lost everything. No, okay, good. That's strange. Because it reset the playtime. So first of all, let's explore a little bit. We don't actually have to find the key card, she will do it on her own. I could go there. Yeah. It is. Very nerdy stuff. Shuttle shield unit. This isn't an item for consumption, but we will need to use it soon enough. Well, like we have to, but the key card is over here. Excellent. Take it and warm up my shuttle at gate 12. Don't use the conveyor belt outside, it's only one way. Take the basement exit. There's a shortcut through the maintenance tunnels. English is hard, I'm sorry. I'll meet you there, I've got readings to gather. But hurry, you've only got about 8 minutes before this anomaly reaches critical mass, and who knows what will happen then. Don't leave without me. And we only have 8 minutes now to get out of here somehow. So let's shave, and where's the music and why does it? Oh, whatever. As long as things work. Okay, red, blue, yellow, green. Hope you had it written down somewhere. Yellow, green, yellow. I can actually still talk to these people. And the timer still counts down, which is red, green, blue, yellow, which is very lifelike, which is very red, red, green, green. Guess we're leaving? I guess we're leaving. I shouldn't be talking as, like, making voices as PAL because I can't. Okay, it was only one way to take the basement exit. And get through this maze. I'm sorry, I will not be reading all this. Life pods, apparently, are somewhere here, and I don't know where to go. And everyone is like, why are you so afraid? Like, is something happening? The exit relaxment is just up this hall. Thanks. Wait, where is it? Oh. Me smart. Me very brain. I don't need a laboratory, I'm a mathematician. All I need is my mind, and you're disturbing my thoughts. What's wrong with you? Get away from me. So yeah, let's just pedal it and get out of here. But like, some of these guys have much intellect. Yeah, exactly.
Professor Gladden just called and said all the MysTech decorations in his office are glowing. That man needs a serious vacation.
So, okay, some of those guys actually are actually like feeling that like something is coming. Where was I supposed to go? Gate 12. No, it's up there. And some of those guys are actually disturbed about, like, stuff, but they don't know what they're so disturbed about. Gate 12 is somewhere there, which is good. Should I talk to these guys really quick? I still have time.
Whatever happens, I'll be protected by my energy shield.
Is there room in there for two? Okay, I still have 3 minutes. I can check around. Okay, there's nothing there. Maybe I can like go back and talk to some guys, but let's just battle.
Engines are warming up. Where is she?
Oh my God.
Can't we wait for her in space?
No kidding. Let's go.
We give her 1 more minute.
I can't believe you waited for me.
Well, the voice acting is okay if you ask me. It was 2001. They did the best they could.
Hold on, kids. We're getting out of here.
And that's why we needed the shield. Because now we're gonna dodge things. It's actually entirely possible to do without the shields, but Having a couple extra hits is nice. And yeah, there is some bad FPS there, but apparently my computer is so like good it can't take all that FPS from like 2001.
There's a shockwave right on our tail.
Well, get out of the way!
I can't. We've got to get to that cinder spike. Come on, come on.
There it is!
Here we have it,
I
guys.
can't believe it. The greatest minds of our galaxy, all dead and gone. Gentlemen, science was just set back 100 years.
Oh, cry me a river, sister. You blew up the planet with that little experiment of yours.
You don't know what you're talking about. That MysTech you saw was responding to the spatial disturbance that split the planet in half. Nothing more.
She's right, Ace. Shut up and stop trying to look smart. We've got bigger problems.
Engines are dead. Navigation's kaput. And who knows where that cinder spike put us. I can reroute the auxiliaries to pump up life support, but that'll only buy us about 2 weeks. With any luck, we'll drift into a populated system before food runs out.
Well,
What
I
are you
don't know
gonna do
either.
until then, man?
Try not to go crazy. Is it you, John?
No. He said it wasn't in the Wu-Chan system.
Ha! That's 20 questions. You guys lose.
So what was it?
Anachronox. Man, you guys are dumb.
But you said it started with a U.
Yeah, I know.
We cried for a while. And I said, if you don't think it's love, then leave.
And was it love?
The exact words were, it's love, but it's not in love.
Oh.
Yeah!
Very nice.
Are you sad?
I'm all right, pal.
But you don't have a home anymore.
I haven't had a home since I was 16. I'm okay, pal. Really.
Bad, bitch.
Day 9. Bust out the violins. Try day 300.
Day 300.
Look, you left a sock over there. Over there. Is it so hard to pick up after yourself?
What? I was gonna pick it up tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Tomorrow? You son of a...
Should we stop them, man?
Let them kill each other.
Eat it! Eat it! Eat it! Eat it!
Mwah. Hi. Step back, sister.
Are you kidding? I've been waiting a long time for this.
That's a warm welcome. And I think someone's health is like really bugged right now. And by someone I mean everyone. This is actually some really chill battle music. Well, it is a JRPG, like, all in all. It's just not made by the Eastern people. Can I cook or what? Spatial disturbance that split Sunder in half must have activated my MysTech. If I'm right about its properties, this isn't the only slag that's active. I think every slag of MysTech around the galaxy can now release the energy that's always been dormant inside it. We were drifting in space for a few days before I noticed that my pocket was glowing. It was a slag I kept with me for sentimental reasons. Didn't want to jump to conclusions until I could test it out in open space, but I was pretty sure I knew what it meant. I've been anticipating this for most of my adult life. Though if the coast is clear, I want to share my thoughts and findings with everyone before we move on. Let's use that worktop over there. This should only take a few minutes, so humor me and pay attention, you're gonna love it. Okay, so it appears that you need 3 things to cast MysTech. The first and most obvious thing, you need a slag of MysTech such as the one I employed so effectively in battle just now. As you saw, this one creates a damaging fire effect. For lack of a better name, let's call it Fire Slag. If my speculation is correct, different slags have different powers, so we'll have to experiment with other slags we run across and test their effects. More on that in a minute. The second thing you need in order to cast MysTech is an energy source. Once again, surprise surprise, the theories in my book are correct. The glowing rodents, or glodents, originally found on Hephaestus along with MysTech were not a coincidence. An alien technology related to MysTech, maybe even the MysTech itself, must have radiated the glodents as an energy source for the slags. MysTech consumes them as easily as our shield cells do. This means energy is our ticket to using MysTech. Okay, now the last and most important element in casting MysTech. No, it wasn't. Kinda, it's not introductory tutorial in general, it's just an introduction for the magic. So the most important element is you. MysTech needs a conduit to channel out its awesome energy. Without a person to cast it, MysTech is nothing. the slag can somehow read the caster's emotional condition based on various metabolic changes, determining the outcome of the casting in the process. Think of it like a super advanced lie detector. I call it galvanic response polarity. Intense fear and anger may trigger one function, while panic and concern may trigger another. For example, the same fire slag can both burn an enemy and extinguish a burning friend, just as a bane slag that normally hurts an enemy will heal if casted yourself. Miss Bowman, Mr. Boots is looking a bit funny. In other words, Mr. Boots, all you have to do is get mad at bad people and feel worried about friends. MysTech should take care of the rest. It's as easy as just wanting to use it. By the way, this may interest you, Mr. Matavastros. My studies of glowdent consumption indicate that the speed in which they're used increases the power throughput of the MysTech. I don't know if I should, like, read further. But basically, what it says here, yeah, for the layman. In a nutshell, whatever the energy cost of operation is at its lowest level, the next level will cost you twice as much. Not only that, but I suspect higher level devices may have lower level effects built in, such that different power levels may produce different effects. Got it? Good, because I'm done. Was that so awful? We're all taking part in a grand experiment, people. Keep an eye out for more MysTech and snap up all the glowdents you can. We're gonna need them. And now we have more people to our party. And we're gonna need all of them. But let's take... I don't like this place, it makes me feel funny. Oh, I can't use them yet? Anyway, I guess this vindicates me in the scientific community. Too bad there's no scientific community left. Whoever or whatever caused this disturbance is responsible for the death of 6 million people. There's nothing to suggest it won't happen again. Here, these shield cells should give us a little protection from whatever lies ahead. Come on, let's get off this rock. Okay, so those three. Nice, I can save now. Let's wonder a little bit more. Oh, hello. Welcome to Votown. My name is Keyber. I'm cultural attaché and diplomatic liaison for the hospitality company. Please accept my sincerest apologies on behalf of the Democratus High Council. Those sentry rowboats should never have been on active duty. By the time we realized our mistake, the automatic tractor beam system was already locked on your shuttle. Yes, well, I'll have to cut my greetings rather short. The High Council just called an emergency session, putting the entire administrative staff, myself included, in full alert. Feel free to roam the city and make yourselves at home while we resolve this emergency. I'll be in touch. So yeah. Now we should, like, talk to people and make them get us out of here. Remote thermistor check. Antipodian capacitor check. Variable resistor check. Okay, it'll be nice talking to people, but let's just go on. So this whole MysTech thing, and like its power levels and stuff. Basically it has like three like God, how do I say it, Roman? If you're still here, can you help me out here? How would I say it? Basically, you have like fire, and Faraga. Okay. So like three degrees of like damage, and the bigger the damage, the more like energy you spend on it. And the last one, the fourth like option, fourth like degree of damage, is not only like doesn't only damage, it also has like extra effects it casts on enemies. And you can also, basically what Rho said over there in that like long drawn out tutorial, is that you can use MysTech not only to damage enemies, but also to, you can cast them like on your party members. Sorry to interrupt, but I just dug up some interesting info on this dump. Formerly known as Tevelin II, the planet of Democritus was made up of hardline isolationists before the sudden fall of Emperor Deucalion last year. They've only recently become interested in interplanetary relations. The whole planet is run by committee. They are extremely bureaucratic, with an elitist class living in a ring floating around the planet, and a working class that has been relegated to the surface. Limited access visitors report amazing technology, but none of it is allowed to be exported. Either that helps or it doesn't. Have fun. Let's go on a little bit longer. And maybe I'll cut that short soon. English is very hard for some reason. I'd stay out of the hangar bays if I were you. Those malfunctioning robots will kill you without a care. Well, I'd be a good neighbor and invite you inside, but nobody's allowed in the council chambers when there's an emergency meeting in session. Come on, bub, it'll just take a second. We need to ask him to fix our jalopy. Look, I am sure your business is all very important, but the High Council's in the middle of a very important emergency session. I can't just knock on their door and sweep you in. They're very serious about not being disturbed. Only allies of the Council are trusted inside. Fine. How do I become an ally of the Council? Sir, in order to see the Council, you must gain their trust. And in order to gain their trust, you must prove you think like them. Why don't you vote in today's election? If you're of like mind, they will consider you an ally of the Council. Sounds easy enough, or do I vote? I believe the closest voting station is outside the Votown Administration Center. Take this hallway all the way down and you'll end up in the city district of the ring. Just ask for directions. You'll find it easy enough. So basically what I need to get into this council chamber is to vote. And I have to vote like them. Which is kind of funny. It does remind me of the democracies currently. Where it's like, yeah, we're a democracy, but no, you're not allowed to, like, be a part of it. Remember all the things we said we'd do in college? Not really. Don't you remember? We used to talk about getting off this rock for good. We're gonna strike out for the outer systems and restart our lives somewhere else. Yeah, the dreams of youth can be silly. I want a new life, someplace different. Away from all this dreariness. But you can't just leave. Your obligation is to Democritus. Every vote counts. I guess I'm trapped here forever. Get married, raise a kid, vote every day, and shut up. Yeah, like, that's exactly the thing. You don't look like you're from around here. Are you planet dwellers from the surface? No, we're from all over the system. Well, have you registered to vote? Judging from the absence of a voting button on your sleeve, I'd say not. Here's the deal. You have to pay a loony if you want to stay and vote. Peace. Don't kid a kidder, this smells 100% scam. I am Utrimus Heath, Field Liaison of the Votown Interring Tax and Tariff Commission. Municipal law stipulates that all guests of our city must participate in our democratic process. All voices will be heard. Since today's an election day, you must vote, and in order to vote, you must pay me a loony to register you. Vote or leave. But we can't even leave, our shuttle's damaged. Sir, that is not my concern. You're required by our laws to register yourself to vote. Please don't make me take desperate measures to ensure it. What am I thinking? Of course I'll pay the fee. Here are each of your voting buttons. Wear them proudly on your sleeve. Since you haven't any Democrat and electronic voting devices, I shall give you a sample ballot on paper. Read it carefully. So here is some stuff we have to vote on. Proposition 1. Shall the maximum ramp angle throughout Votown be 45 degrees? Proposition 2. Shall cyclical vomit torture be abolished as a form of punishment for first-degree murder committed by planet dwellers? Shall the preparation and selling of dangerous squizzle beads for consumption be a misdemeanor? Shall Poos Cafe be the official caller of the next year's Festival of Choice? Shall outworlder possession of narcotics be punishable by death likely sentence, immediate complete use of all substances in possession? Shall it be a felony to possess, sell, or export bipedry meat for glubbering consumption? Shall planet dweller deforestation of Woggy's forest or dork herding be allowed? Shall marriages between ring dwellers and planet dwellers be recognized by the state? Such pressing matters. I hope you're aware that if you don't vote in today's election, we're allowed to kill you. Except you, little Mr. Robot Man. Machines are not allowed to vote. What a gip! If you're looking for someone to discuss the issues of the day with you, an ally of the council might be of assistance. They wear 6 pearls of wisdom on their skull. Now you're ready to participate in the election? Once you've decided on the issues, go to the voting booth just down the street. Happy voting! So now we have to find all the allies of the council and check up with them. First, let's read on the vomit torture proposal. Last month, Council News Nightly broadcast a 5-part series about the failure of cyclical vomit torture as a humane method of capital punishment. They claim that not only is vomit torture an unusually cruel form of punishment, but the death penalty itself is a failed system founded on incompetence and racial prejudice. Such a condemnation by the mainstream press moved the Democratic High Council to add an initiative to today's ballot called Proposition 2, which would abolish cyclical vomit torture as a form of punishment for first-degree murder committed by planet dwellers. Their own stance on the initiative is unsurprisingly positive. We're not animals, says Councilman Hal Halpert. Section 8. I can't speak for the whole council, but I will personally vote yes. Polls close tonight at 10 o'clock. And we have our first vote in. It's actually nice to, like, talk to all those guys, but I'm a vocop. An officer of the law doesn't need to be buried in body armor to be an effective crime fighter. All I need is my stun wand and my reflexes. Yeah, but let's keep on going. I talked a lot to people last time, and it takes a while. Found Bane Wave. The other thing buried under the pretentious, like, weirdo, nerdy stuff is Rho explaining, like, MysTech alignments. And I suppose, like, the game means for you to actually try out everything yourself. But the better option is to check the backgrounds on the screen behind your characters. They actually correspond to different flags, and Rho isn't actually very well, like, well, okay, she is, like, she does good with fire slugs well enough. She does even better with Bane slugs. And so on and so forth. Boots doesn't do good with fire slugs because why not? Let's go on. Sorry you're all out, guys. I've only got one thing to say to anyone thinking of voting against Proposition 6, and that's this. Democratans do not eat bipedry meat, period. Bipedry are too productive to waste as food. Most ring dwellers are unaware that nearly 3,000 bipedry were slaughtered on the surface of Democritus for the purpose of an outdoor activity called globbering. Bipedry bound for slaughter are often crowded into cargo pens made for smaller animals and travel many cycles without sustenance. It's painful and cruel, and we must put a stop to it. Bipedry salvation is not a collection of knee-jerk activists looking for a cause. We're responsible members of the community. I myself am an ally of the Council who believes in death with dignity for every bipedry, and we are open to discourse. Oh, so should I... Good. I should yammer him. Let's explore more than go back later. I think human males such as yourself are incredibly attractive, but they don't seem very interested in democratic women. I guess we're not lumpy enough for you. Being an outworlder, how do you feel about Proposition 8, which would forbid marriages between ring dwellers and human planet dwellers? Being an ally of the Council, I know how the vote will sway. Just curious what you think. I'll tell you which way they voted if you're willing to give me a kiss. If you're willing to give me a kiss, I'll tell you how the High Council voted on Proposition 8. Pucker up, sweetie, you're my first action in years. Stop, I'm going to blush. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, my. I'm feeling a little faint. It's the good thing the High Council voted no on Proposition 8. I hope I'd bag one of you sooner or later. Oh well. Thanks for the thrill. And we have another vote-in. Which is swell. Oh, amazing. And all the photos are gone. Yeah, the game does that. Oh well. I took so many pictures. Well, some of those can be recovered, so I suppose. I just hope the game doesn't delete the ones that are here. And like one of them is recoverable. This is my first date. How does it look like it's going? His hand is totally sweaty. I can smell it from here. Boy, I hope she doesn't think I'm dumb. I want her to like me. I'm afraid to hold her hand. My palms are all sweaty. I really like her. I hope she doesn't think it's weird that I keep talking to you. Yeah, go talk to her. Distract her for a second. I need to formulate a new strategy. What a creep. Does he think I can't hear him talking to me? I'm sitting right here. Go tell him he's a loser. Don't bother, I heard. Oh, that's amazing. Breaking hearts and everything in between. In between something, I don't know what I'm saying. Hearts and minds apparently, and everything in between. Which is spines. Which is, I'm not sure what I'm saying, but that's fine. And what is that? There might be something in here, I suppose. Oh. Snap. The octagon. Let's replace our gun right away. Please stay away before I jump your bones. Sorry. Didn't know it was you. I made friends with an outworlder many years ago when our society was not so isolationist. It wasn't long before this friend offered me Naki. I was young. I didn't know any better. Before I knew it, I was hooked. It took me years to recover from the addiction. I will never trust an outworlder again. I'm proud to be an ally of the Council, and they're right in voting yes on Proposition 5. And outworlders who spread their poison into our society deserve to die. Trouble me no more. And we're voting yes on no narcotics, which is good. There are still some of us who believe the surface of the planet is where we belong. We've been living up in this ring so long that we've lost touch with ourselves as a people. We mustn't forget where we came from. We mustn't pretend it never existed. Goes good so far. And we've got ourselves an awkward camera angle. There you are. Mr. Kieber wants you to know that the Council is still in session and will remain so for quite a while longer. We apologize for any inconvenience, but I'm sure you understand our position. Domestic matters must take precedence in this case. Vercingetorix. How did you, come up with such a name? As you're a planet dweller, you might not be bright enough to realize you're not on the surface anymore. That band you saw across the sky and thought was a god and threw rocks at? Well, that's where you are right now. That's where you are right now. In geosynchronous orbit around the planet. Can you say geosynchronous? Those four gentlemen over there are the most renowned engineers in Rotown. They designed the ring we're standing on right now. Which four gentlemen? These four gentlemen? Hey, these are... probably not. We should have had a blueprint from the very beginning. You can't improvise architecture. Will you stop being so moody, Bronto? Be glad you're not stuck working on the surface of the planet. We're allies of the Council. Let's act like a focus. My buddy 12 just received a memo from the High Council detailing their decision on Proposition 1. The Maximum Ramp Angle Initiative? Who cares about that? Why don't we build a shell around the planet instead? Pretend it never even existed. We could become a new Democritus. Would you stop complaining? Let's focus on the High Council memo concerning Proposition 1 that my buddy 12 just received. But not until these undesirables leave the area. Screw the Maximum Ramp Angle Initiative, they're just going to make us do something stupid. Wait, didn't I... Greetings, I'm a Buddy 12 Bubbly Barbara personal assistant. I serve all my owner's emotional and filing needs. My owner is currently unavailable. Do I yammer with you? Oh, I can just hack her. That's nice.
to Brady Day Sr. in the Ring Architect. I've just been made aware that the High Council's decision vis-à-vis Proposition 1 will affect this quarter's architecture budget. The Council unanimously decided to vote yes on the measure, meaning all ramps in the inter-ring that exceed 45 degrees must be redesigned and rebuilt. Please adjust your expenditure estimates accordingly. We love your work. Sincerely, Miss Redfoot. That was fantastic. I can't believe how much science you know. My circuits are tingling. Awkward camera angle. We should interface again sometime. Hey. And I think that's where I should stop. Let me save really quick. And next time I'm up, we shall finish the voting and go on with the story. Thanks to everyone who's been here. I don't know if you're here still, but thanks everyone. Thanks for keeping me company. That was very appreciated. Now bye everyone, and see you next stream.